So take your time. Don't step on me when I'm talking.
I see. It's so very important that we have a film about play in the making right now, because it is the right time. It is not only needed, it's wanted. Children are the most precious holders of this play spirit that we are losing, that we are killing with all of our so-called culture and civilization. Have you been there? Do you remember when you were a child and you discovered something, that intrinsic feeling of absolute ecstasy because you now knew something that you didn't know before? Have you been there when your child or your student was discovered at that moment some understanding, something that was not there before and it is there now? That is what play induces. We almost play ourselves awake as we develop and grow, and keeping that spirit of play alive as we grow up and as we grow old is what will be so essential for this next stage that we are coming to as a human civilization. We're going to need the innovation, the creative thinking, the imagination, the active imaging of the solutions that we're going to be needing will not come from rote memorization and accountability and educational systems that dull us into a sleep. We need to wake ourselves, to play ourselves awake. And this film that Gwen Gordon is doing, this seriously play for survival, is one of the elements that is going to focus our awakening ourselves into play. I don't know.
Excellent.
What do you think?
I love
it. It is such a wonderful opportunity to be able to speak to a film about play being made at this time where it's so needed and so wanted. We need to save the spirit of play not only in children but in ourselves. It is going to be very needed that active imagination, the innovation, the creativity with which play connects us as human beings is going to be essential for this next challenge that we're going to have as the human civilization. That moment, if you remember yourself when you were a child, or if you were there when your child is there, that moment of discovery, of understanding something anew that you didn't understand before, that total concentration, having worked through and seen and understanding what it is, this new knowledge, this new understanding, this new wisdom, is what play allows us to do. And it plays ourselves awake.
Three, two, one.
In my life, I've had the privilege to be there with children when they are playing, to be able to affect their play environment by, designing, stimulating it, and being there. And it's one of the most amazing privileges that I feel I've had in life, to be there when a child or several children, through interacting with their environment and with each other and sometimes with me, the spark of new knowledge, new understanding comes through, and they look at you and you look at them and you know, and they know they've just come up with some very innovative, creative solution to a problem they were struggling with. That is what we need to capture and nurture through continued through continued play.
Describe that moment again.
Okay. I've had the privilege of being there when children, by interacting with their environment, with each other and with me, discover something that they were struggling with and find a new solution. They have new understanding, new wisdom and knowledge about the world, and they can affect it with an innovative approach, action, solution. It is that moment when the human spirit shines. And it is that spirit of play and childlike spirit of play that we all need to preserve as we grow into adults and do what we need to do in our lives, because our future and the future of this planet depends on play, on this very understanding of play that I just gave you, the meaning of what is it that, how is it that we're going to stay connected to our active imagination, our creativity, our innovative selves, so that we can not only heal the damage we've done to this planet, but embrace it and create a bright future for all of us.
Okay. Now, I want you to go through, because what you can do is you need to, when you come up with a thought, you need to pause, and you want your bite to be somewhere between 7 and 10 seconds.
Yes.
So right now, what you keep doing is elevating the concept and not giving Gwen an out.
Okay.
All right, so what you need to do is once you have a concept, you stop and then rephrase it again.
Okay.
Stop and then rephrase it, and just keep rephrasing it in and compressing it until you're happy with it. Okay?
All right. I have had the amazing privilege in my life to be there when children are playing, and through interaction with their environment, with each other, and with me, they come up with that moment of the creative solution to the problem, the innovative approach to understanding it. It is like sparks go on in the room, and we all look at each other and we know we got it. That is the spirit that needs to be nurtured in every child, in every one of us. If we are to grow healthier in ourselves, in our communities, and in our civilization and our planet. If we are to heal this planet, we need to cultivate and nurture our play.
Great. Now, you got
Still too long.
It's don't worry about length. Now, just keep working it, but with each time, I want you to elevate the song of love in it, the spirit of love in it.
Yeah.
Okay? You can do it.
I have had the privilege, the amazing privilege of being there as a teacher when children figure out the problem that they were struggling with through conversations with each other, interactions with their environment, with me, and the sparks fly through the room. We look at each other and we know we're there, we got it. This is the solution we were seeking. And that is the spirit of play that we need to cherish and nourish so that we can grow healthily into not only functioning creative adults, but contributing members of this society that so needs us to heal itself so that we can heal the planet and create a much, much more positive and imaginative culture for us to thrive.
All right. Tell us, how will play save the planet?
Play will save the planet because the spirit of play is what keeps us connected with our creativity, innovative spirit, and active imagination. And without those elements, we will not find the solutions that we need immediately to heal the planet.
How will, one more time, how will play save the planet?
Play will save the planet because the spirit of play within is what keeps us connected to our imagination, creativity, and innovative spirit. And without that connection, we will not be able to find the solutions that we need to heal the planet, to heal ourselves, to heal our communities, and to create a much more
What do you love most about play?
What I love most about play is that it keeps us, you know, it centers us in the best of our humanity. It brings forth who we really are, the best of us as humans, as living beings. Every being alive plays, and playing is an essential part of growing up healthily. And that's what I love about play.
And when you use the word spark, how do you relate the concept of spark to the concept of play?
Well, play is magic, and magic has sparks in it. And the magic that occurs when we as humans, particularly as human children, are totally engaged in play, and it doesn't necessarily need to be physical play. A lot of it is just interaction with our environment and with each other. When we are in that moment, complete moment of absorption and rapture in play, the sparks fly, and the connections are made in the brain, the synapses connect, and we get the bud of a new idea, of an innovative moment that can develop into a bright solution to some challenge that we've been having.
Wow. And I'll let you know when we're recording, and action.
The play movement is happening as we are living. It's springing everywhere because our spirits need it. And we all need to get behind it. It's almost like we need a massive campaign where everywhere we look in our daily life, we would have a sign saying, "Have you played today? Have you played with your child today? Have you played with your dog today? Have you played with a ball today? Have you encouraged children to play today?" This is a movement that needs all of us and the best of us.